Greetings all, Vanna here for Capricorn's weekend message. Capricorn, if you guys wanted a personal reading or access to my crystal jewelry, you can visit my website right here. The first card that came out for you is the Eight of Wands. You might be in a rather protective energy right now because there has been so much shifting collectively, personally, energetically. Some of us are worn out. Myself included. I am tired at the end of most days, and yet I don't get to sleep until like 2 in the morning because what the fuck is this life? And I've been finding myself saying that a lot more recently. Like, what the fuck is this timeline that we're on? And you just look at the news or outside and some of this stuff. So this feeling of overwhelmed exhaustion is very understandable. It has you very depleted, and this is what we want to avoid. I don't want to say that this is what we're afraid of, because I feel like that gives a lot more power to the situation than we want to give it right now, Capricorn. Spirit, how can I help my fellow Capricorns out of this frustrating situation? Judgment. Release the judgment that you put on yourself. Release the judgment that people have put on you. Release your need to have their judgment, have their approval, have their, like, accolades. Release your need to falsely fill your cup in this way. This is one reason that you are so depleted, Capricorn, because you're trying so hard to make someone else tell you that they're proud of you. To make someone else sit back and say, wow, you're amazing. You're working so hard. You're doing some incredible things. I am in no way trying to stunt what it is you're doing. I almost feel like you're doing it for the accolades or the acknowledgement from someone else. And that can be very frustrating because it deals with this entire energy of my value lies outside of myself. And so we might be reaching some stagnancy or a still place in how we're moving forward with the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving sign, or is the slowest moving knight of the signs, because it takes the longest to bring things about in the physical. And that's where this lack mentality, this frustrated energy is coming from, is because something has taken so long and something that you were very excited about has not returned what people would have expected at this point, and now there's just like all this snide comments and glares of just like, wow, they spent all that time and did all that talking and nothing was accomplished by it. And then you start to believe that lie, that nothing was accomplished. But no, even if it's just an idea, the concept of something, that concept has grown remarkably from what it was in the beginning. From what it was where you started, you have grown remarkably. We do not give enough credit and attention to the work that we have done, and it leaves us unfulfilled like this. It leaves us with this need to look outside of ourselves for love, acceptance, and joy. Your overarching message for this reading, Capricorn, is raindrops. Take a chance on them. And I almost feel like this is Spirit asking you to take a chance on your dreams, on the characters that you've created in your story. Let them be strong enough to share their story through you. You have altar, honoring. It is very important that you honor where you come from, the work that you have done. And that is why Spirit is frustrated right now, because you are not honoring how far you have already come. No, the physical rewards may not be there, but guess what, my love? Law of attraction, manifestation works on how you think and feel. If you are starting to feel that all of this work that you've put in is for nothing, that reward will never come. because you're not on the energy of the reward. The energy of the problem and the energy of the solution are very different. If you are so very focused on the problem, you will never reach the height of the solution. You have the tree of life in reverse. It will die an idea if you do not allow yourself to shift and change. If you do not honor everything that you have already done, if you are still waiting on someone's acknowledgement, if you are still waiting on this reward for everything that you have done, you will be waiting forever. You will never have that abundance you want because you are not in the energy of the abundance. You are in the energy of the lack. And that is exactly what got us in this situation. You have the vision quest. Seek. That is Pandora's box beside her. Each one of those squiggles is one of those beams of chaos that she released. And yet there is still the sunshine of hope of the new day coming in above her. This is not the end unless you make it the end. Restoration's in reverse. It's kind of up to you right now if this moves forward or not, Capricorn, because Spirit has done so much for you. Spirit has acknowledged all the work that you have done, but without your own acknowledgments, they cannot bring about the shifts that they need to. You have the moon, you have the number 2, and you have Gemini. That's interesting, because Gemini looks like the number 2. And it's kind of like the direct opposite of Capricorn, because Gemini is the 3rd in the lineup, and Capricorn is 3rd from the last. So there is this huge sense of duality, because even on the card with the sunshine, we have the moon. Where did you go, my love? Yes, we have the moon energy coming out for you. So there's going to be a lot of the unconscious and the subconsciousness that is brought to light, because there has to be, you have to do this work of why have you continued to look outside of yourself for the love, acknowledgement, and reward that only you can give to yourself. And honor everything that you have done to get you to this point, Capricorn, because being aware of that work and giving it its reward, giving it its energy, is one of the only ways to move forward from it to the next challenge. Otherwise, you will continue this cycle that you have been on, wondering why you are not moving forward. Have a beautiful day, Capricorn.